As you can see, there is much to do. I personally find mention of this teleportation irresistible, but I leave it up to you to decide what you research first. Please.
Eclipse, Vanguard. Empty space. Vanguard. Forager. Entering system. Watchful gaze.
Preliminary scans indicate that this system is uninhabited. No sign of boron or any other kind of life, biological or artificial.
This cannot be true. Are you certain that the sensors are not malfunctioning? It has been so long. I really thought this might be the day I finally reconnect with my kin of the Fin.
Take heart, Boron Exile. You may yet be a step closer to your reunion. Explorer, we need some detailed system mapping. The task is in your hands. There is much to learn here.
Conflict ship.
Oh my! Could that be?
By the Trinity, a boron vessel.
My instinct says we should take a closer look. Assistant, I think you should suit up and investigate. See if you can repair the panel to gain access. Running decryption and reconstruction algorithm. The data is woefully incomplete, but it appears that this was an outpost of some man. There are signs of an attack from several directions. It seems that the operators would have had little, if any, time to react. How frustratingly peculiar. I am forwarding all of this to our esteemed expedition commander. Perhaps he can garner more clues. I have my doubts, though. Your ship's sensors are picking up a weak energy signature amongst the debris.
Newmont Khaled, sir. Our team confirms that the Heretics End Gate does indeed contain the coordinates to the Kingdom End system. The timing cannot be coincidental, can it? Just after we received word from the boron? Is it possible that their experiments were somehow related to the gate reinitialization?
Coordinates and timing are relevant, but not conclusive. The fact of the matter is that this is definitely not Kingdom End. Interstellar messenger drones are not the fastest form of communication. We do not know what has occurred on the boron side since their last message. Theoretically, a connection between the two gates is possible, but that is just a theory. It could well be that the systems were linked in the distant past.
Yes. Unfortunately, a theoretical compatibility does not mean much in itself. If activating or reprogramming these gates were easy, I am certain I would have overcome the challenges long ago.
The split didn't exactly give you a choice over your research focus. Could this be the boron? Could they really have unlocked jump gate technology?
Perhaps. Perhaps not. At this point, any further hypothesis would be mere speculation. Until we have more evidence, keep your ideas off general comms. If you must elaborate your theories, feel free to put them in writing.
Hold on. I think I am picking up. Oh no, never mind that. Nothing of interest here. This system's peculiar conditions make getting accurate readings rather troublesome.
Explorer, you have an unidentified ship on an intercept trajectory. This is our first contact in the newly opened network. We have no idea of who they are, or their intentions. Investigate, and if possible, make contact, but maintain vigilance.
Oh my! Aliens! Please, do not be afraid. I shall disengage my armament. Greetings. I am so pleased to make your acquaintance.
Incredible! Finally, contact with our aquatic allies. Bozota, are you receiving this?
One moment, please. I am just finishing up some calculations.
What did you say? A boron? Truly? A living, buoyant boron? Are my ocular sensor organs deceiving me? Allow me to introduce myself. I am Bozota, and I can barely recall another boron face, I have been riven from my people for that long. Will you please deign to share your time with me?
I am Mila T, adventurer extraordinaire. I would be delighted to spend time with you.
As appointed delegate of the Alliance of the Word, please allow me to extend my greetings to you and your people. It is an honor to make your acquaintance, Mila T.
I do not have any official capacity as such, but it is marvelous to be seeing actual people from beyond the disconnected gates. How did you get here? Has a gate reopened? Are we connected once more? Oh, I knew it would have to happen eventually. What joyous news!
Momentous news indeed. Although we are less than clear on how this has occurred. There was speculation that the boron triggered the gate reinitialization. Messages from your scientists indicated that they were working on such a task. Please, can you direct us towards Kingdom End?
You were in contact with Kingdom End? That is marvelous news. It has been decades since we were cut off. We have heard nothing in all that time. The severing of the connection with Nishala has been indescribably distressing for all of us.
My system is in profound turmoil. To meet a fellow boron after all these years is an incandescent joy. But to find that you, too, are cut off from the homeworld is a misery.
More than you know, Bosotar. We have all mourned this loss.
But without access to Kingdom End, your Queen and Parliament, how do you govern yourselves?
After the severance, there was a period of chaos, until a royal steward was appointed. I have had dealings with him. It would be my pleasure to make an introduction.
We must make haste. There is much to be discussed with your leadership.
Follow me, you cavalcade of curious creatures.
A boron society not headed by a queen? This is somewhat hard to fathom.
Indeed, Bosotar. From your own experience, you understand the pain of separation. I doubt other species appreciate the biological depth of our harmonious societal interconnection. It was worse than it is now. It used to be that all our systems were isolated. Severed, not just from Kingdom End, the Queen and Homeworld Nishala, but also from each other. Fortunately, several of our systems reconnected to each other eventually, but none received word from home. Reorganization became a necessity. The provinces adrift, as we call ourselves, were only ever intended to be temporary, but under the Royal Steward, it has grown into a comprehensive governing body. But some of us have never given up on Kingdom End. Your communication with the homeworld is momentous in the extreme. Not a soul in these systems has found evidence of where the Kingdom End even still exists.
Sturgeon.
Goodness! A Commonwealth ship. Surely this indicates that our reports are correct. The once dormant gate has indeed resumed its function and brought our province into alignment with our erstwhile allies. You must realize what this means. All the resources of the Commonwealth are now within reach. At long last, a chance to end the shortages. Pick up the pace.
Sturgeon.
I must warn you, the provinces adrift are not awash with the luxuries of the old kingdom. The pain of poverty has been conquered, but our economy is also provinces that the country walls have suffered. The network may alleviate some of the issues at least.
Repair drone. Jump Mercury. Jump gate. Sturgeon. Jump gate. Jump repair drone. Sturgeon. Shield generator turret. Shield generator turret. Shield defense drone. Sturgeon. Shield generator. All damage. Sturgeon. Turret.
Greetings, my friend. Interstellar diplomacy is an alluring interdisciplinary pursuit. On science, you're so rich, I will undertake this compelling research on your behalf. Seriously, I think you step into a larger dialogue.
Sturgeon. Engine.
We're taking hits.
Neela giving us gas outside with a fleet no less. What have you been up to?
More than that, Royal Steward, I bring momentous news. The fleet, this Paranid-led fleet, it came from the dormant gate in watchful gaze. They have communicated with Kingdom End. They have no Kingdom End gate, but they have communication. We are connected to the network once more.
My word,
The delegation is an ordinance. May I?
Yes, of course. There is so much to discuss, so much to consider.
Royal Steward, would it be in order for me to accompany the delegation?
I am sure you have other things to do. Diplomacy is not the same thrill as exploration.
Please, Royal Steward, with your permission.
Of course, Neela T. By all means, accompany the delegation.
Explorer, you've destroyed some useful resource more. I'm tasking you with joining us in meeting the Royal Steward. I may have need of your insights.
You have clearly made an impression on the expedition commander. I sense you are becoming more central to his plans. Join the delegation. Watch this Royal Steward. I have some experiments to attend to, though I shall keep an eye on you.
Awaiting orders.
Eyes. Sentinel. Sturgeon.
Taking serious damage.
You fight like an Arzu.
Mercury. Vanguard. Sturgeon.
Taking serious damage.
You're gonna die!
Shield generator.
Damage is getting serious.
Engine. Sturgeon. Engine. Sturgeon. Unknown sector. Mercury, Sentinel. Entering system, barren shores. Docking granted.
A boron capital ship. In all my days. A perfect equilibrium of function and ergonomics. And with such flair. My current abode is penurious in comparison.
My ropalium near explodes with the joy of welcoming esteemed visitors. This historic occasion is the first of its kind. I am Leda V, Royal Steward of the Provinces Adrift. On behalf of Her Majesty the Queen, and as her loyal servant, it is my profound pleasure to welcome an emissary of the Paranid Empire. And once business is out of the way, I insist you join me on a more informal tour.
Esteemed Royal Steward Leda Ui, thank you for your most gracious welcome. You must forgive me. I, Numankaret, am no Empire emissary. I represent the Alliance of the Word, a diplomatic forum and scientific organization funded by various races across the network.
My. But do you have letters patent from the Empire? The provinces adrift are in dire straits. We must negotiate terms of assistance.
I am compelled to reiterate, I do not speak for the Paranid authorities. Though we do bring news which may bring joy. We have been in communication with Kingdom End. Limited fragile communication, but communication nevertheless. Some months ago we received word from your homeworld. It was heartening to discover that the Boron Core has survived the shutdown, and learn of their most ambitious endeavor. Their entire scientific resources are focused on understanding and manipulating jump gate technology. We humbly request your permission to investigate the dormant jump gates in your territory, and to set up a scientific outpost in the region, should that be required.
There are so many implications to consider. This really is momentous. I am afraid I must decline your request, for now. We cannot be precipitous.
By the glistening waters of Nishala!
I fail to understand. We ask for no more than your permission. We certainly have no wish to be a drain on your resources.
Leader Ui, they are trying to connect us with Kingdom End. They have communications.
Neela T, this obsession with finding home is entirely yours. You may have the luxury of gallivanting around the galaxy in search of miracles, but I have responsibilities. I have the welfare of billions of souls to consider. Our guests have already made clear that the outside network, with all its resources, has been unable to connect with our home world. The priority at this juncture is the welfare of our people, and I shall not be distracted from that.
Honored host, we will of course expedite communications with the governments of the network. I am sure emissaries are preparing as we speak. Yet, if we could simply...
Enough, please. I understand your request, but I do not think you understand what is at stake. Please have patience, but for now, the matter is settled.
Outrageous! The Boron Queen's government itself is racing to reconnect, and you decline to facilitate? What kind of royal steward are you?
Please.
There is nothing to be gained from trading insults.
This is absurd. Our work is of the utmost importance. Your obduracy is beyond me. I shall take my leave. Heading to the dock, awaiting pickup.
That certainly could have gone better, but all may not be lost.
Ah, the silent one from our disappointing introduction. Your expedition...
Assistant!
You must imagine it in... I contend that it was the collective psychological toll of the Severus...
Assistant!
Steward and I have had our differences in the past, but I had no idea he would be so stubborn. I am so very sorry you had to lead. He is just... Oh, but I'm outside you, and that is yet. He carries the weight of yet when we thank, as you can imagine. Yet when we thank all it, so as you can imagine. Pleasant travels.
Withholding his consent? We shall continue without it if necessary. I wonder if we can help him. A reunion with Kingdom... A reunion... The alliance of...
The silent one from our disappointing introduction. But what kind of servant would I be if with the gate? And may I be still? We have prepared for you a fighter ship. A humble gift, but hopefully it will be of use to you in the times ahead.
Explorer, you have done well to secure access for us to continue our mission. Please, claim the scout ship as your own. Serve you well.
Mako. Eclipse.
Can I help? Acknowledged. Joining squad.
We need to investigate the dorm gates before moving the next step of our expedition.
I am already familiar with the gate in Ocean of Fantasy. If you supply me with the necessary equipment and provide me with a few pointers as to what exactly I am to do, it would be my deepest pleasure to assist.
Excellent. The Alliance shall investigate barren shores. That only leaves the matter of the final gate, the location of which is somewhat more precarious. Explorer, you have excelled thus far. Put that fighter viewers to good use and find Sanctuary of Darkness. It seems that you are best suited to this task.
All the times I dreamt of being reunited with my fellow Boron, it never crossed my mind that they might be in such impoverished circumstances. I know that the Alliance has received communications from Kingdom End, but those were dispatched decades ago. Hopefully, they have fared better than the Boron here. I am curious about the contents of their message. Just how much of their preliminary findings have they shared with their Alliance counterparts? Once we have gained access to both Gates' data, maybe the Alliance really intends to conduct experiments from our side too. Trying to manipulate Gates would be an incredibly involved undertaking. Yet it seems as though Numancorrect is single-minded about the whole endeavor. Can you imagine the possibilities that would be open to us if we could manipulate these Gates at will?
Thanks to the newly opened trade routes, we have commenced rebuilding our shipyard. You are, of course, most welcome to aid us in our undertaking. Your efforts will, of course, be lucratively compensated.
Hydra. MD Hydra. Hydra.
I have arrived at my designated inactive gate. I shall commence taking readings immediately.
Queen's Guard. Forager. Queen's Guard.
Awaiting orders.
Point pressure. Mako. Forager.
Got spotted.
Protector. Forest Hive Guard. Mako. Forager. Hive.
Awaiting orders.
Awaiting orders. Forager. Hive guard.
Not be around much longer.
Hive guard. Forager.
Victory will be mine.
Hive guard.
Requesting permission to dock. Docking permission granted.
Thank you.
Forager. Hive guard.
Away!
Forager.
Awaiting orders. Dolphin.
Thank you. Entering system. Great Reef.
Sonra, Vanguard.
I knew I could count on you.
Mission interrupted. New mission activated. Wharf. Docking granted. Successfully docked.
Welcome.
Hello. I will perform my duties to the best of my ability, I can assure you. Hello. Goodbye.
Eclipse, Vanguard. Engine. Phoenix, E. Engine.
We were hit.
Phoenix. E. Engine. Phoenix. Engine. Repair drone. Phoenix. Turret. Shield Piranha. Defense drone. Phoenix. E. Turret. Phoenix. E. Shield generator.
Awaiting orders.
Turret. Shield generator. Phoenix. Turret. Phoenix. E.
Awaiting orders.
We're taking hits.
Engine. Phoenix. Shield generator. Turret.
We were hit.
Turret. Phoenix. Engine. Phoenix. Shield generator. Turret.
We're taking hits.
Phoenix engine. Phoenix E. Shield generator. Repair drone. Phoenix turret.
We're taking hits.
You cannot withstand our fire.
Defense drone.
I can't handle this.
Phoenix E. Turret.
We were hit.
Turret.
Awaiting orders.
Shield generator. Turret.
Awaiting orders.
Turret. Run. Phoenix turret. Shield generator. Turret. Phoenix E.
Awaiting orders.
Turret.
We're taking hits.
Phoenix E. Turret.
Awaiting orders.
Phoenix shield generator.
We were hit.
Phoenix E. engine.
Something is up.
Phoenix, E. Shield generator. Phoenix, E.
I'm not talking to you.
Repair drone. Repaired Phoenix. Shield generator. Phoenix, E.
Awaiting orders.
Have you actually flown a real ship before? So, we will be scanning your cargo hold. Go ahead and scan. That all seems to be in order. Thank you for cooperating. As expected.
We're taking hit.
Requesting immediate backup.
Mako, Phoenix, Mako, Phoenix, Mako. Phoenix, shield generator.
I am more than capable of defeating you.
Phoenix, engine. Phoenix, lead.
Perfect, so hello then. Excellent ship. And I suggest you take care of this alliance before it manages to destroy you.
Shield engine.
I'm not talking to you.
Phoenix, E.
I'm not talking to you. Please, beyond despair. Awaiting orders. I'm not talking to you.
Awaiting orders.
Awaiting orders.
Entering system. Sanctuary of Darkness.
According to our archives, there was no CC on the Presidency compound sector.
Oh, is that so? Then we were quite lucky that our systems were not connected directly to the Xenon stronghold. There was no way we would have survived, given the state of our military.
Now, see if you can locate the navigate this system.
Be careful. Take great care when navigating. We must honor our word and avoid the Kurtee. You will also need to be cautious of the region's other hazards. I recommend that you stick close to the asteroids. They seem to be an exceptional indicator of where your ship will not be harmed.
Autopilot engaged. Unknown object. Danger. Hazardous region detected. Autopilot disengaged. Autopilot engaged.
Approach the jump gate in the cell. Try to get a reading. Each jump gate has 2 pairs of nacelles. They act as caches for storing operational data, among many other things. We're still not very familiar with this technology, or who created it, but thanks to recent scientific advancements, we are able to make sense of some of the information that we are retrieving. It seems apparent that some of the data likely represents the coordinates of other jump gates. Whether this means that these gates were connected in the distant past is mere conjecture. Perhaps the builders had reasons unknown to us for certain gates to hold, special compatibility. The vast majority of the data in these caches remains a vexing mystery to us all. can access from this nacelle. Move on to the one on the opposite side. Yes, some of this data looks rather promising. I'm forwarding all of this to our science team as we speak.
Oh my! I'm picking up a worrisome fluctuation in energy signatures.
Engaging.
Forager.
Awaiting orders.
You fought bravely, Explorer.
Yes. Your display of skill was altogether impressive. I just hope this commotion does not result in a more severe and unwelcome reaction.
Our science team has pored over the data that Neela T was able to live from the cache. While we have not yet completed our examination of the Sanctuary of Darkness cache, it is quite obviously the most promising of the gates. Despite the additional challenges the Ka'ak will represent,
More dangerous, perhaps. But I'm afraid that things are not going well in Ocean of Fantasy either. The system's planet is devastated and completely uninhabitable.
perhaps once the provinces have re-established their economy, they can attempt some terraforming. For now, this expedition needs you to map out safe passage for a larger fleet to navigate through Sanctuary of Darkness. You can use nav beacons to determine an appropriate route. Just stay clear of the Ka'ak installations. And other hazardous regions, obviously. For a better overview of the task in hand, do not hesitate to consult your map.
Autopilot engaged. Autopilot disengaged. Autopilot engaged.
You know, for the longest time, the community of planets thought the Ka'ak had been eradicated by their joint efforts. Recent attacks on solitary miners, and now this, prove this notion was overly optimistic.
Danger. Hazardous region detected. Autopilot disengaged. Autopilot engaged. Danger. Danger. Hazardous region detected. Autopilot disengaged.
establish a scientific outpost. This may be the beginning of a most fruitful phase in our journey together.
Entering system, Great Reef.